This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, presented by U.S. Bank. With the league season winding down, we have the battles for first place all around the Bay Area. We'll see Sarah take on St. Francis. Willow Glen battles Lee, and the Mission Valley League tussle with Kennedy and Washington.
Softball action includes College Park and Concord, lacrosse with Amador Valley and Bellarmine, and why this trip to South Africa changed the life of one Valley Christian softball player. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report, presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the Diablo Foothill League, where Northgate comes into this week in first place with just one league loss, tied with College Park. The Broncos, Nico Zeglin, batting .440 so far this season.
Yeah, he's really good. And just one game back is Clayton Valley, the Ugly Eagles, featuring sophomore Ryan Pierce, who's batting .411. The Uggs and Broncos this week.
Two powerhouse teams battling it out here in the Diablo Foothill League, Clayton Valley and Northgate, right in the first inning. The Uggs getting things started with a runner on third. Telly Hill with a laser up the middle. Nick Oldham comes in to score the first run of the game. But in the next half inning, Northgate with the bases juiced for Nico Zeglin, and with one swing and a drive, hits it deep to left. That one is gone. Touch 'em all, Nico. That's a grand slam. Broncos up 4-1. Northgate would then lock down on defense with Jonathan Gazdar flipping it to Danny Schaefer, who fires it to Nico Zeglin. That's a 4-6-3 double play. Heading to the bottom of the third, Chris Rogan up to bat. He'll crush this one to left, and you could kiss this one goodbye. Another homer for Northgate, and the Broncos now lead it 5-1. Ian Villers would forget about that first inning and leave Clayton Valley hitless while striking out 8 in 5 innings of work. Bottom 5 now, Schaefer with a rope to left center. This one drops in but bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. Chris Rogan crosses the plate for the Broncos' 6th run of this game. Top 6, Cooper Gardner skies this one to right field. That one is deep enough, allowing Doug Bermudez to tag up and score for the Ugly Eagles, but that's not enough as the Northgate Broncos gallop into victory to remain in first place in the Diablo Foothill League.
Ready, go! The Lincoln Lions in a first-place battle with Piedmont Hills. The Pirates flashing some leather early as Nate Gomez gets the ball in a bunch of dirt and fires to first for the out. Nice play, Nate the Great. Still scoreless with the Pirates threatening, but Lion pitcher Gus Murphy picks off 2 runners at second to get out of the inning. More Pirates D as Nick Galbo snags the hot shot and tosses to first. The Pirate D doing a job. First runs of the game come in the 4th. Bases loaded for Josh Chase, who sends it to third. The throw home is off, allowing Colin McEvers to score 1-0. Still in the 3rd, big hit here for Ryan Garvey, who turns on this one, sends it down the left field line. Josh Beck and Andrew Wang score 3-0 Pirates. Still in the 4th, 2 on for Gomez, who chops it over second. Scoring is Garvey. Here comes Galbo. Piedmont Hills puts up 5 in the 4th. Lincoln clawing back. Gus Murphy sends this to no man's land in right center. It's going to fall, allowing Xavier Turner to score. It's a double for Murphy. 2 on for Jacob Hall, and he sends a rocket to left. This one is off the wall. Enzo Filangeri scores easily from third. Weston Scafoni races home from second. The double for Hall makes it 5-3, 5-4 going to the 7th. But Piedmont Hills gets some insurance here as Garvey sends a sizzling shot down the line and left. Andrew Wang and PJ Fuentes score as Piedmont Hills is all alone in first place. A big series with Prospect next week.
Captains meeting at home plate as the College Park Falcons visit the Concord Minutemen. Bottom of the first, runner on third. Lexi Sanfilippo does her job, hits it to the right side. Alea Rath comes in to score 1-0 Concord. Top of the 2nd, Gabriella Zagon finds a hole through the left side. Sophia Lucio and Megan Downing score, giving College Park the 2-1 lead. Next up, Taylor Leonard hits a shot to deep left center off the fence. Zagon and Morgan Crosby touch home. It's 4-1 Falcons. But in the 3rd inning, Concord fights right back. Sanfilippo stays hot as she gets all of this one, crushing it over the left field fence for the 2-run jack. Concord pulls within 1. 4th inning, Concord looking for the lead with runners in scoring position. Elena Oseguera hits a shot to second. The throw home. Everybody is safe. We are tied at 4. Then Amber DeSena puts down the perfect squeeze bunt. Mackenzie Stange comes flying home to give Concord the lead. Rath comes up with a runner on third. She hits a fly ball to left, deep enough to allow Oseguera to score on the sac fly. Concord holds on to win it 6-4 to stay undefeated on top of the Diablo Foothill League.
Each week, the Riker Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a wrap, produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Riker Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Coming to you live from the Riker Center for Human Enhancement in Menlo Park. It's Big Murph, and these are your Players of the Week. A real star of his cast, like Mario Lopez. Actually, it's Senior Dario Gomez. Running the bases, definitely getting cardio doses. 3 runs scored, and his bat is explosive. His home run double and 2 runs batted in sparked a blowout win for the Freedom Falcons. Swinging through the NCS with no signs of fatigue, and they cruise to 4-0 in the Bay Valley League. On the fields of Palo Alto, sparkling on the diamond, you'll find a star shining for the Gun Titans. Samuel Hughes making more than a cameo to fuse, hitting and pitching, giving opponents the blues. He knocked in 2 runs, then took the mound in the late inning, shutting Saratoga batters down. All leading to a victory, 9-4. The senior had plenty to do with the final score. Those are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
One of the most common injuries in sport is a finger popping out of socket. These dislocations usually occur at the proximal interphalangeal joint, often when a ball jams the tip of your finger. Sometimes a joint will reduce or go back in place on its own. If not, it will need to be put back in place with a traction maneuver. You might need to have the finger numbed up to assist in reduction. Since it is so common, most athletic trainers are very skilled at putting dislocated fingers back in place. Most of the time, once it pops back in place, you can get back to play with buddy taping. However, it's critical that you get x-rays and an exam afterwards to make sure there is no fracture or tendon injury. If these are missed and discovered weeks later, these can be very difficult to treat.
Coming up, the Block Construction NCS Blockbuster Game. It's the Mission Valley League contest for first place with Kennedy and Washington.
And Oak Grove battles Branham in softball next. But first, here's the World Games Top 10 softball poll.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
At South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, we are the #1 volume dealer in the state, #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the nation, and we received the 2018 #1 Customer First Award. Take advantage of great deals during our spring sales event. Take home a new 2018 Chrysler Pacifica with 3rd row seating, wireless connectivity, rear camera, and more for only $19,777. Why would you buy anywhere else? Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster Game. The Kennedy Titans have led the Mission Valley League from the start this season. The Titans were league co-champs last season, making it to the second round of the NCS playoffs.
But chasing Kennedy just 1 game out of first is Washington. The Huskies at 6-2, looking to knock off the first place Titans this week. It's our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster Game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster Game, yeah.
The league lead on the line this afternoon at Kennedy High School as the Titans are looking to stay on top in first place and looking to repeat as league champions. Look at Dalton Bowling to do well for the Titans this afternoon. Bowling hitting .383 for Kennedy with 18 hits and 18 RBIs. This Washington team thrives on pitching and defense, so they hope to keep the score low and eke out a victory over the league leaders this afternoon in the NCS Block Construction Blockbuster Game. Dalton Bowling starting on the mound for the Titans and getting a K to end the top half of the first, but Washington gets on the board in the second. Frankie Lawrence starts it off with this looping liner to left. When it gets past the fielder, Frankie is in at second. Jalen Edmonds had a game for the Huskies. He blasts this one deep to center over the fielder. Lawrence scores easily from second, 1-0 Huskies. Later in the second, with Edmonds at third, Gabe Orta lifts it to center, doing his job. The sac fly scores Edmonds as Washington has a 2-0 lead. 3-0 in the third with the bases loaded, 1 out as Edmonds chops it to short. The out is made at second, but Edmonds beats the throw to first. Jake Serpa scores, 4-0 Huskies after 3. Bottom 3 now as Tyler Aguilar lifts this one to the outfield with a runner at third. The catch is made. Bowling comes in to score to make it 4-1. The Washington Huskies still in the lead. One more for Washington in the fifth. Edmonds takes off from first, and when the throw gets away at second, Lawrence scores 5-1 Washington. The Titans looking to catch up, a roller to short here, and look at the effort by Darren Perry as he beats the throw at first, and he is safe. But Sam Hoven comes on in relief for the Washington Huskies, pitching 3 scoreless innings and getting a terrific catch here by his third baseman, Steve Murata, and Washington moves into a 3-way tie with Kennedy and Logan for first place in the Mission Valley League. Hoven talks about what this win means for his team.
Heretofore, we kind of just been playing kind of less competitive games. So a win against guys that have been playing really well over there, it means a lot. It means a lot for our confidence.
The Brandon Bruins getting pumped up, hosting Oak Grove Monday afternoon. The Eagles threatening with the bases loaded in the first. Stephanie Madrigal does the job. Skies 1 to center, deep enough to score Melissa Felix, 1-0 Oak Grove. And here they are in the attack again in the third as Lauren Inner sends a blistering shot to right. One hops the fence, and Gabriella Belliou scores 2-0 Eagles. In the fifth, a runner on for Madrigal, and she crushes one deep to right. That's a triple. Haley Bryant comes all the way home to score 3-0 OG. Then Lizette Zamudio drives home another run. The Eagles extend their lead to 5. Branham answers back in the bottom half. Xylee Augustine grounds one to second. The Eagles get the out at first. Melissa Garcia scores. Then Taylor Ann Fowler keeps the rally going in the fifth for the Bruins with a solid single to left. 5-2 OG after 5, but back come the Eagles in the sixth. Lauren Inners crushes that one deep for the solo blast. 6-2 Oak Grove. Madrigal keeps the line moving with another base hit as Bryant comes home to score. 7-2 Oak Grove. Brandon battles back in the bottom half as Sydney Leffler gets all of this one, sending it deep to left and gone. 7-3 Eagles. Still in the sixth, Garcia chops one through the infield to score Irene Wong to cut the lead to 3. Then it's Ribeiro keeping the rally going with a single to left. Ashley Donaldson comes home, but Oak Grove wins it 7-5 to stay in the Mount Hamilton Division League title race.
Senior night at Amador Valley as the Dons host the Foothill Falcons, their arch rivals. Game 1, Amador coming out hot. Junior captain Colton Brooks with a rifle over the net. The Dons are up 13-8. Then Brooks will come back with a diving save and gets it just over the net for the point. Amador takes the first set. Next set, Amador still coming out solid. The other captain, Jacob Kim, with one of his 4 aces in the match. Dons up 5-0. But the Falcons are coming back. This ball is blocked and pinballs off Sid Magigut, and Daniel Queen goes back over the net for the point as the Falcons trail by just 3. Then game point, this is the coach's son, Justin Kim, with an ace, capitalizing on the second set for Amador. Falcons then come out fighting in the third. It's Mason Ward at the net for the block to give Foothill an 8-4 lead. The momentum continues. Alvin Kim on the return. Asfal Pir Mohammed, who sets up Quain for the kill. Foothill takes the third set. Amador looking solid in the fourth. Tyler Briggs with a rocket kill, giving a quick nod to the bench. No, he has teammates like that. But if there was one player Amador would look to, it's Colton Brooks. He gets the kill and finishes this one off. That's match point as Amador Valley goes on to win back-to-back league titles. Brooks and Briggs leading the way for the victorious Dons. The Oakland A's and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award each week. This week's Coach of the Week is Ken Evanson from Freedom High School. The Falcons picked up 2 big league wins last week to remain all alone in first place in the Bay Valley League.
The Falcons will receive tickets to an upcoming A's game. You can get tickets for the Diamondbacks game May 25th for Star Wars Fireworks Night. Coming up, the battle at the top of the Mount Hamilton Division as Willow Glen takes on Lee.
And an emotional trip to South Africa for our Valley Christian softball player. We'll meet our U.S. Bank future leader next. But first, here's a tip from one of the sports offered at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
Hi, I'm Coach Gio, and today we're going to be talking about passing the ball. When you're passing the ball, it's important to place your non-kicking foot pointed in the direction of where you want to pass it. Your kicking foot is going to be coming in, swinging your leg, and you're going to be using the inside of your foot, following through with the kick.
For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970.
Fires in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. There's the sidearm sling. Reed is gone. Touchdown for the 49ers. Intercepted by Williams. Goodman breaks away. And there's the home run.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements. Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the fight for first place in the Mount Hamilton division. Willow Glen has led the league for most of the season with Leland right there with them. The two teams squaring off next week, but first the Rams would have to get past Lee.
The Longhorns' Robbie Hamchuk is playing well this season with a .469 batting average. The Longhorns hoping to topple first place Rams this week.
The Lee Longhorns take the field on a beautiful afternoon as they host the Rams of Willow Glen. The Rams with a huge first inning. Matt Miller comes up with a runner in scoring position and blasts one deep to center. 2 runs come in to score to give Willow Glen the upper hand. Antonio Silvas keeps it going as he lands one in shallow center. That will score Matt Miller. The Rams bat through their lineup in the first. Here's AJ Santamaria hitting it sky high and it will fall. Charles Falcone scores to make it 5-0 Willow Glen. The Rams keep it rolling in the second. Silvas sends it back up the middle for the solid base hit. Isaac Munoz at the plate. The junior finds the right center gap. Silvas scores, and it's 6-0 Rams. Owen Dyer trying to get things going for the Longhorns. He laces it through the infield, but every time Lee gets runners on, Willow Glen takes care of business. Check out this crazy catch by Silvas, traveling a ways to run down the fly ball. Spectacular catch. Everybody contributing on the Rams squad. Here's Sal Munoz with a base hit to shallow left for the RBI, scoring Joey Constantino. Willow Glen with a big win over Lee, 11-0 to stay on top of the Mount Hamilton League. The James Logan Colts playing visitor in this league game against American. First inning, runner on first. Lacey Sandoval is up to bat. She puts down the sac bunt to put Olivia Cazares in scoring position. Camille Rodriguez here sends the ball down the right field line. Cazares crosses home to give James Logan the 1-0 lead, but the Eagles have a response. Third inning, Alexis Paulman hits it to second and beats out the throw. Maddie Grissom up next. She hits one through the infield. Alexis advances to third. And now the Eagles in scoring position. Megan Keesis up to bat. Alexis takes off on the wild pitch, and it is tied at 1-1. Into the fourth, we have Brianna Kalning hitting a grounder to third. The throw gets by, and she advances to second to put the Eagles in scoring position. Brittany Taylor then sacrifices herself, advancing Kalning to third on the bunt. And now it's Mariah Norris up to bat. She's going to rip it down the third baseline for the game-winning RBI. American with the upset win. 2-1 was the final. Palman with the complete game. Logan now in a first-place tie with New York Memorial.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to become future leaders.
Aubrey, this week our Cameron Packey travels to South Africa with a Valley Christian softball player going to make a difference. But what surprised her was what she found when she arrived.
My name is Daisy Bradnini, and I'm on my way to South Africa right now with Valley Christian for the missions trip. We're heading to Johannesburg. We're going to do an outreach for 3 days.
For Daisy Bradnini, this trip to South Africa was far different from what she expected.
I was more expecting to make an impact on the kids there and love on them, kind of the whole change the world type of thing. But that, as soon as I got there, I realized I was so wrong. They made more of an impact on me than I could have ever made on them.
From the start, the group from Valley Christian bonded with children living in poverty in this town of Freedom Park. Most of the children are homeless. The homes they do have are dilapidated sheds, nothing like the home Daisy left behind in San Jose.
When you hear about kids in Africa, they don't have water, at least you're not starving or whatever, but when you go and see it, it's so eye-opening. You see kids, there's a bunch of kids with red tinted hair, which means that they're malnourished. So you think they're licking this plate clean. When was the last time that they actually even had a meal like this?
We're helping a Easter Bible school today, the day after Easter. I'm super excited. This little guy is here. He likes taking selfies on my phone.
Throughout her week in Freedom Park, Daisy built strong relationships with the children there. She says the kids were just looking for some positive attention, some love in their lives. Daisy says despite their troubled surroundings, these children are happy with what they have.
It's hard coming back to I have a roof over my head, I get 3 meals a day, I get to go to a private school. I think that also was probably one of the hardest things about to do is seeing these little kids who are so joyful and so happy and are just so grateful even to just play soccer with you. Whereas now I get to go back and I feel like my blessings are almost unfair.
Part of the trip was Christian-based. As Daisy became attached to the children, she became emotional, giving her testimony in front of them.
And I hope everyone gets to feel that happiness in their life. Amen.
Daisy and her fellow students went on a safari, a chance to experience the amazing wildlife in South Africa. But for Daisy, the most impactful part of the trip was meeting the kids.
So there was this one little kid from the very beginning. Her name was Gift. I'm now going to start crying thinking about it.
Today is our last day at Freedom Park. I'm kind of about to get emotional about it because it's really sad and I'm going to miss these kids a lot.
The one little girl, Gift, was always by my side, always wanting to be held, always wanting me to throw her up like an airplane and catch her, and she was just so giggly all the time. And I remember on the last day, when we had to say bye, I'm just bawling my eyes out because I know I probably will never see this little girl again, and she's made such an impact on me. I could see her kind of wanting me to come play with her as I'm getting on the bus, and that was just heart-wrenching because I knew I had to say bye. I can't ever come back, really. So that was so hard.
And just as quickly as it started, it was over. A life-changing experience for Daisy, a chance to realize and appreciate what she has and how other people can be happy with so little.
Helps me to realize in my everyday life if I'm ever having a bad day, if I'm ever having a bad game even, just to remember I still get to play this sport, I still get to go to this school, I still get to come home to a house and 2 parents, which most of those kids didn't have even close to that.
The memories we made were unforgettable, and I'm so grateful for everybody that was on this trip and getting able to share all of these super cool experiences. Shout out to Cal High Sports for filming this whole thing and bringing more attention to this trip because it really needs it.
That's awesome that Valley Christian offers that to their students.
Yeah, and a lot of schools do, and you go to a variety of places, but the experience is just incredible. So great that she got to go, and great that we got to share it.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Robert. One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention every week.
Here's Daniel Amino with this week's tip.
A concussion is no different than a broken arm or a broken leg, in the sense that if you do not properly heal it, you may suffer long-term ramifications. Research shows that brains without proper recovery from a concussion may experience the following mental health issues: anxiety, loss of concentration, depression, judgment, impulse control issues, substance and prescription abuse. Consult with your doctor or One Hit Away about a brain recovery plan. One Hit Away understands that your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's a South County Chrysler Game of the Week as De La Salle meets league rival Monte Vista.
And Monte Vista and St. Ignatius in girls lacrosse. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest, top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, my name's Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
There's a cross, Husin, Bucko! Bang! There's a shot!
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's Game of the Week is in the East Bay League, where the De La Salle Spartans start this week with just one league loss, all alone in first place. The Spartans with very impressive freshman Blake Burke hitting .414 with 24 hits and 20 RBIs this season.
Yeah, just one game back was Monte Vista. The Mustangs with outstanding senior pitcher Ryan Fleming sporting a stellar .64 ERA. The Mustangs looking to move into a tie for first place against the Spartans in the South County Chrysler Game of the Week this week. Aubrey was there.
De La Salle looking to keep hold of its first place spot in the East Bay League, but Monte Vista looking to rip it away here in the top of the second. Ryan Fleming on first. He steals second to put a runner in scoring position for AJ Trias, who clutches up with a base knock that travels all the way to the fence in right center. A double for Trias as Fleming crosses home plate, 1-0 Monte Vista. One batter later, Jake Brandel helps out his team with a bloop down the right field line, scoring Trias to make it 2-0 Mustangs. De La Salle's Austin Elder had himself a day at the plate. This ball hits the line, fair ball, Elder into second. MV looking to get out of the jam, and they do. Amazing diving grab by Tom Gavello, play of the week material. Bottom four runner on second for Chris Santiago. He goes 5-6 hole to put Elder on third, and he would score on a fielder's choice. Then Tyson Carrillo goes the opposite way to plate pinch runner Keone Coloma. We are tied at 2. Then the big man, Nick Sorelli, grounds it through the right side of the infield for the RBI knock. Spartans would take the 3-2 lead into the fifth. Runner on first for freshman Blake Burke. He crushes it. No doubt that baby's gone. 6'2", 200 pounds. Someone check his birth certificate. DLS would bat around in the fifth. Here's Sorelli with 2 runners on, crushing it to the 400 marker in left center. When the fielder tracks that down, Sorelli will be on third with a triple and the last of his 4 ribbies. Top 7, it's 14-3. Runners on second and third. The grounder scores one, but Trace Tomorrow with a quick throw to Santiago guns out the runner for the 21st out. De La Salle wins it big in this hit parade. 4 RBIs from both Sorelli and Burke. With this win, they hold on to the top spot in the East Bay League. These are the De La Salle Spartans. We're going to talk to Nick Sorelli first. He is our game MVP. Nick, did you feel pressure knowing that coming into this game, y'all needed a win to keep that top spot?
I mean, I don't think we felt pressure. I think we wanted to keep rolling, keep doing what we're doing, and stay within ourselves. And if we do what we can do, great things can happen.
And how'd you prep coming into this game?
Same as we have been the past 3 weeks. I mean, practicing hard, hitting as well as we can, and staying as a team.
Talk about hitting well. This guy over here, the freshman, Blake, you have 5 bombs on the season this year. You just hit your 5th. Tell me, where has this power come from this team?
Well, we've been working hard in practice, and we've been putting in good swings on the ball, staying within ourselves, and it's been going out.
You enjoying high school ball so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Tyson, this program has been successful year in and year out. What has it been like for you to play in such a successful program?
I mean, obviously it's really nice to be in a successful program, but a lot of people think, we're De La Salle, we're supposed to be successful, but a lot of people don't see like the hard work that we have to put in season and in the off season. So it's nice when you get results from that. So obviously everyone likes to win, but it's the hard work that helps us win.
Hard work helps. These are the De La Salle Spartans. Guys, take us out.
It's senior night in Lauren Wenger's Two Dogs. Jack and Ace making a special appearance for the celebration. Monta Vista in possession. And look at the wheels on Megan Geldanes doing it all by herself for the Mustangs. A response by Corley Doyle here with the help of Anna Clark to get the St. Ignatius Wildcats on the board. Another solo shot here. This time it's Riley Gray for the Mustangs, and Monta Vista has a 4-1 lead. The Wildcats' Haley Lancaster clawing for the loose ball. She scoops it up and into the net for the equalizer, and we're tied at 4 at the half. Into the second half now, Lindsay Mescal finds Rebecca Atcalt, who dances around the defense to get the goal, and the Mustangs retake the lead 7-6. It's Lindsay's time to shine here as she makes her second goal all alone for the Mustangs just 20 seconds after the first one. And now the Wildcats still playing tough. Tatum Treyas connects with Maggie Doyle, and that one goes. But the Mustangs come out riding on top. Samantha Mescal brings it home. A great way to end senior night for the Monta Vista Mustangs, as the Mustangs take this one 15-8 is the final score. The Mescal sisters and Geldanes with 3 goals apiece for the victorious Mustangs. 15-8 the final. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
Here are the 5 finalists who we interviewed this week. The 5 will share $10,000 in scholarship money at our end of the season awards banquet, May 21st. Congratulations to all 5.
Coming up, back to the diamond as Sarah defends its league lead against St. Francis.
And boys lacrosse with Amador Valley and Bellarmine. This is 49ers Cal High Sports Report, the top high school sports show in the nation.
Back at Levi Stadium with action from the wild and wacky West Catholic League. This is the last week of the regular season in the league with 4 teams still in the title hunt.
Sarah and Valley Christian come into this week in a tie for first with Mitty and St. Francis just 1 game back. So the game with St. Francis and Sarah played on Tuesday was huge.
The Sarah Padres taking the field as they host St. Francis Tuesday afternoon. The Lancers put runners at the corners in the first for Cole Sperling, who shoots one up the middle. It's a base hit. Peter Halpern scores 1-0 St. Francis. But back come the Padres in the bottom half. Nick Lopez lines it past third. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. J.J. Oda comes home to tie it up at 1-1. St. Francis loads the bases in the second for Cooper Ford, who draws the walk. That scores Momo Wilmer, and the Lancers take a 2-1 lead. Still bases juice for Josh Picola, who also takes ball 4. Izzy Galindo comes in to score, and it's a 3-1 Lancer lead after 2. The Padres rally back in the third. Lopez gets hold of this one and sends it to deep left field into the trees. A solo home run for Lopez, 3-2 Lancers. Next batter, Ryan Sutter, and he turns on this one, sending it deep to left center, over the netting and into the trees as the Padres tie it up at 3-3. So in the third, Zach Button comes up, and he rubs one in the left for a base knock. Noah Marcello comes across, and the Padres take a 4-3 lead after 4. St. Francis looking to answer in the the fourth, but Sutter throws to Oda at second for one, then fires to Mitchell Scott covering at first to get the batter out. That's a double play. Juliano Rodriguez was stellar on the mound, providing 2 1/3 scoreless innings of relief as the Padres win at 4-3 to stay in first place in the West Catholic League. Lopez with a big game for the Padres.
It's a CCS versus NCS matchup with Bellarmine hosting Amador Valley. Bellarmine with the extra man early on. Owen Bennett sees Connor Mackley in front of the net, and the Bells have the 1-goal advantage. A minute later, and a great read from Jack Devine, seeing teammate Junior Armistead in front of the crease. That's Devine to Armistead for the Bells' second goal. A minute left in the quarter, the score 3-0. Evan Kaiser weighing out his option. He goes with Bennett. The slingshot puts the Bells up 4-0. Second quarter, the Dons grab their first goal. Jackson Perry to Cal Iwanich. The bounce shot hits the back of the net. The score 5-1 Bellarmine. Ben Cottingham wants in on the scoring action for Bellarmine. He goes with the left-handed shot, and it's a good one. Bellarmine up 6-1. Bellarmine goalie putting in work, blocking not 1 but 2 AV shots here. He would finish the day with 8 saves. Into the third, Luke Ingram from behind the net finds Connor Dubiel to give AV its 3rd goal of the day, but Bellarmine was strong from start to finish. Getting passed around here, Mackley to Brian Harder, and look how excited he is. Bellarmine wins this one by a final of 11-4 with help from Mackley's 3 goals and 2 assists.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is California pitcher Kelly Curlett. Kelly on the mound for the Grizzlies with a diving catch. Kelly doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
Be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. Go to our Facebook page and give us a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So every week they bring us tips on how our teens can drive more safely. Here's this week's safe driving tip.
I'm Sierra Adams from Kennedy High School with this week's South County Chrysler Safe Driving Tip. Research shows texting on average causes a loss of focus on the road for 4.6 seconds. You can drive the length of a full football field in that time. Don't try the texting while stopped approach either, as many states ban texting while behind the wheel. And when you have your head down, you won't notice key developments that may occur. Remember, you still need to pay attention to the road when you're stopped.
Coming up, our CCS Block Construction blockbuster game as Los Gatos meets Mountain View.
Then it's San Lorenzo and Ensenal in a first-place showdown.
The difference between impossible and possible? It's a person who believes they can, saving toward their goal with a bank that believes they can too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
At South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, we are the #1 volume dealer in the state, #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the nation, and we received the 2018 #1 Customer First Award. Take advantage of great deals during our spring sales event. Take home a new 2018 Chrysler Pacifica with 3rd row seating, wireless connectivity, rear camera, and more for only $19,777. Why would you buy anywhere else? Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
Where everybody knows your name.
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio and the big game in the De Anza softball division, Los Gatos and Mountain View coming into the game tied for first.
That's right, the two teams meeting this week with the winner taking over first place with just 1 week to play. It's our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Big game today in the De Anza League as the Los Gatos Wildcats and the Mountain View Spartans fight for first place. Now with both teams tied at 7-1 and only 2 weeks left in the regular season, each game is crucial. For Los Gatos, look for number 10, Annika Brisky. The senior has the top third batting average in the league, hitting .431 with 21 RBIs. The big bat for Mountain View is senior Ronnie Lowers, hitting .330 with 18 RBIs. With first place on the line is Los Gatos and Mountain View in this week's Block Construction Blockbuster game.
We get started in the second inning. Here's Ronnie Lowers with a leadoff single through the infield to get the Spartans going. Jessica Day comes up to bat with the runner at third. She hits a grounder to third. The Wildcats get the out at first. Day gets the RBI to put Mountain View on top. But the Wildcats break it open in the fourth. Rachel Ice Crespo up to bat with 2 outs, and she clutches up and takes this one deep, clearing the bases to give the Cats a 3-1 lead. Ice Crespo with the stand-up triple. That'll bring up Maddie Moore, and she hits a shallow bloop that will drop in the infield. Ice Crespo scores. Next up, it's Amber Kelly, and the junior crushes this one to deep left field, all the way to the fence to score more from first. The Wildcats grab 5 runs in the top of the fourth inning, but the Spartans try to fight back. Here's Day with a leadoff single up the middle. Next, Rachel Dove goes with this pitch for a hit to right to put runners at first and second with no outs, but Los Gatos gets out of the inning as pitcher Mira Sharma gets the putout at first. Now it's Sharma up to bat for LG. She turns on the inside pitch, roping it to left field. Annika Brisky slides in, save for the 6-1 Cats lead. LG loads the bases in the 6th inning with Alexa Wong up to bat. She hits it high, she hits it deep, but just short of the fence. Not a home run, but she'll take that base-clearing double as Los Gatos wins it 10-2. LG now all alone in first place. Sharma and Ice Crespo talk to us after the game.
It feels awesome. I was so nervous coming in, but knowing that we can beat a team like that, I feel like we're going to go good places.
I think this win was super big because this put us in a really good position to be able to get first in the league. And I know we were all talking about it in the previous weeks about how we really need to win. So it was good. It's a good win.
In Mountain View with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report. We head to Willie Stargell Field as the Ensenada Jets host the San Lorenzo Rebels in the WAC Shoreline matchup. The Jets get a rally going in the first. Alex Oleas leads off the inning with a shot down the third baseline. Next up is Ricky Marquez, and he finds a hole through the infield. That brings up Osiris Johnson. He hits a grounder that goes through the infield. Oleas stays at third to load the bases. Then it's Tristan Good up to bat with 2 outs. He hits a grounder to the left side. Rebels shortstop Gonzalo Barajas knocks it down. Andres Lopez picks it up and fires home to save a run, but the Jets do get one on the board as Marquez scores. San Lorenzo looking to take back that run, but Ensenada's second baseman Oleas tracks down the tricky pop-up for the nice diving catch. The Rebels get their bats going in the third. AJ Marquez leads off with a solid base hit to the right side. Marquez with the base knock. Next, it's Sal Escalera lacing one through the infield to put a runner in scoring position, and 2 batters later, Jarek Romer comes up and rips it down the first baseline. Marquez and Escalera score to give the Rebels the 2-1 lead. The Rebels make it 3-1 off a pass ball, then Lopez gives his team some insurance as he hits it up the middle through the infield to score Romer. Top 7, the Jets needing to close this game. A shot is hit to center field, and flying in with the Superman catch is Cooper Vasquez, finishing it off with a nice hair flip. San Lorenzo holds on to win Game 1 of the Home and Home series.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's scholar athlete is Mira Sharma from Los Gatos. She sports a 4.3 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Harker's boys tennis team finished the WBAL season with an impressive 12-2 record. David Wen and the team of Randy Zhao and Neil Bai, all seniors, went through the tournament without dropping a set before finally falling in the championship match. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
Here's an interesting transition to bring in a title. We're going to make this title flicker in and out. Put the title on your timeline above the video, then add a second version of the title and shorten it to just one frame. Duplicate this frame 2 more times so you have 3 individual frames of this title. Then spread these frames out and put them in front of the title and again in back. Now when the video rolls, the title will flicker on and off. Just another way you can use the Adobe Creative Cloud to make your video better than all the rest. Coming up, Saratoga and Monte Vista in the El Camino division.
But first, here's the World Games Top 10 baseball poll.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Back at Levi Stadium with action from the El Camino division where Saratoga and Monte Vista played 2 games on Tuesday. The first was the completion of a game started earlier in the season and called in the 7th inning.
They picked up the game in the 7th inning with Monte Vista leading. The Mats won that game, setting up the full game with 2 teams tied for first place. The winner takes over the league lead.
Nice crowd on a perfect day for baseball at Monte Vista in Cupertino. This one was all Saratoga from the very start. Top of the first, this is Falcons pitcher Nathan Pang. He sends a shot to left center. J.J. Wang scores 1-0. Pang getting some fine defensive support. Look at Matt Jacobs battle this one and make a terrific catch in foul ground. 2-0 Falcons in the third as Robert Scott sends a rocket to right center. This one goes all the way to the fence. Great Scott racing all the way to third with a triple. Chris Yoon up next, and he scores Scott on this drive to deep left field. It's a double for Yoon and a 3-0 Falcons lead. Third inning and the hits keep on coming. Bases loaded for Daniel Rue with a looping liner to left. Charles Debling scores 4-0 Saratoga. Meantime, on the mound, Pang was having a great day for the Falcons. He gets one of his 6 Ks here to end the top of the 5th. Bottom 5 now, and it's a toga party as Yoon gets a bases-loaded double, his second double to go along with 5 RBIs in the game for Yoon, as Saratoga finishes the day all alone in first place in the El Camino division. Big games for Pang on the mound and a variety of hitters. The Bellarmine Bells are the West Catholic League regular season volleyball champs.
The team heading into the league tournament this week, but first they visited Strawberry from 99.7 Now at the Riekes Center to talk about their fine season.
Hey, we're at the Riekes Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. I am surrounded by the Bellarmine Bells volleyball team. What's going on, fellas? Cheer for yourselves. They have a lot to cheer for. Let's talk to Brett, one of the seniors. Teams would die to get into NorCals. NorCals is nothing new to Bellarmine. You guys took second last year. You were telling me that you weren't happy with that. Why?
Yeah, so my sophomore year, we saw just a heroic season where we came back from having lost to St. Francis twice, won WCAL, CCS, NorCal, just took the whole bout. And then my junior year, you know, when I actually played, we ended up getting second in WCAL, second in CCS, second in NorCal, and felt like we really choked when we had a great opportunity. So this year, I think, again, we have an awesome opportunity, and we really want to make this year count. And being able to be on the stage, on the CCS stage, on NorCal, is a really amazing experience. So hopefully we make it count this year.
Nothing but the best for these guys. They won't accept anything less than number 1. Let's talk to Brian here. So you guys currently are ranked top 10 in nation and state. There was a 16-game win streak that you guys didn't even realize you had. Yeah. So what's the goal? What is the only thing that matters for you guys?
Yeah, you know, that stuff's cool, but, you know, it really doesn't matter. We have one singular focus this season, which, like Brett said, is going to win NorCals. We're hoping to win NorCals. And, you know, all that stuff is cool and all, but that's really our focus, and that's what we're striving to do at the end of the season, and hopefully we can accomplish that goal.
And no joke, I told them, yeah, there were 16 games in a row you won. They go, really? We didn't even know that. So let's talk to Ryan, one of the seniors who were leaving the team. Is this squad in good hands next season?
Oh, for sure. We have a lot of big guys coming up. We got Justin Ebner, Chris Boken here. We got young TJ, sophomore, and we got Will just got pulled up from freshman. So I think we're going to be in good hands. We're going to keep this tradition of winning going.
That's what's up. That's what's up for these guys. My name is Strawberry from 99.7 Now. You can talk to me every night at 7 o'clock. In the meantime, Bells, take it away.
Let's go, baby. What's up? Bells on 3. 1, 2, 3, Bells.
And here's Bellarmine in action, the crowd hoping to see the Bells win a DubCal title against Sarah. First up, we see a Brett Allen kill, fed to him by Brian Ross, 3-2 Bellarmine. But the Padres went on a roll. Brian Ronan, Niraj Kajav, Zachary Smith, bump, set, kill. 17 kills for Smith on the day, and up comes set point for Sarah. Matthew Connery puts up the block. 25-23, Padres take the first set. Second set now, Ross with the quick bump to Brian Perkins. Take that, he says. Bellarmine then goes up by 3. Chris Boken, 2 Ross, 2 Ryan Foreman, and Bellarmine is rolling. The bench is feeling it. Sarah with possession, but Allen from the Bells was dominating the front line. Bellarmine would take the set 25-16, and they take set 3 by that score. Allen to Justin Ebner. Bellarmine leading by a set. Sarah trying to even it up. Kashav 2, Ronan in the corner. That's a point for the Padres, but later on in the set, the score 22-16. Foreman gets high and slams it down. The Bellarmine Bells win it all. Regular season champs and now tournament champs. They take it in 4 behind a stellar performance from Allen, who ends the season with 400 kills.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to
the De La Salle Spartans. That's freshman Blake Burke blasting it to right field, and look at this celebration. Yeah, his team was happy. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Reckitt Center.
I'm Andrew Havili, and today's training tip is a physio ball bent over dumbbell row. Katie's going to get situated on a physio ball. She's going to press her left hand down into the ball as she pulls the dumbbell up with her hand. Okay, try to make sure you see her shoulder blade come back and retract. To progress this, she can actually turn her whole torso up. She has to stabilize with her left hand while pulling with her right.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium, May 21st.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
First up, Alex Oleas from Encinal dodging his first baseman for the grab. Tom Cavello from Monta Vista saving a run here with that diving catch. Willow Glen's Antonio Silvis. How did he do that? But the guy that's coming to our banquet, his name is Cooper Vasquez from Encinal. Look at that. He lays out completely for the diving grab. Cooper Vasquez with this week's Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week for the story of the Mission San Francisco pitcher and his lifelong journey to health. We'll see you then.